Now I have to put down the tinted glasses. And then, because I'm going to talk about film through the untinted camera. Because camera, for me, is not a mirror, only reflecting life, but it's a magnified glasses. And zoom in and out about our soul. So my topic is telling stories. To start with, I would like to, because Professor Clay mentioned, and I just made a film called Amazing. That's a collaboration between Shanghai Film Studio and the NBA. And Amazing, the name is given by Commissioner David Stern. And let's play this videotape.
We are entering the final testing phase of the world's first thought-controlled game. It's called Amazing Basketball. It's our desire to have you take us through this final testing phase and straight to market. This will revolutionize the gaming world.
Once you step on this court, just enjoy it.
No one can beat you now.
Bing Sean is so talented. He made it to 6th level before anyone else.
这个事情我要管，你听着，该出手时要出手，程序有 crash bug。I'm talking about a serious problem.
Amazing Basketball is here.
It's my damn people's fight.
Bing Sean, I think you should leave now.
Get off me! You idiot!
Come on， 他在利用你啊！你不应该有属于你自己的情感。
That's very brave. Me against the world.
We are a team. Stop it! Run the game!
Let's get ready to play.
First, I would like to say we are living in the world of cultural exchange in all aspects. The term we used, like interculturalism, globalization, and which become more familiar to everybody and used frequently. But I do believe culture itself has limitation. There are boundaries between Chinese and American cultures. Film is a vehicle for surpassing those boundaries. So I truly believe the storytelling is a very basic core of how we start to understanding each other. And yesterday and today, we heard so many great presentations. And we see there is different comments, different ideas, even bias, but doesn't matter. The most important thing is we start to communicate. Film gives us a chance. We put down all the different ideologies, but we focus on what? Humanity, which is, I think, the most important. So, film, to me, is a dream. The dream is not just having it in the evening, but also daydreams. Why? Why the daydreams? Because film gives us imagination and goes down to our subconsciousness, something we think of it, but sometimes we cannot say it. But artists, filmmakers, bring all those things up into the screen. So I do believe doesn't matter where we come from, where we're faced to, that's most important. And we have to focus on those things in the film to start to communicate. So I do want to mention a good friend of mine, An Li. And he has two different backgrounds. He studied in Taiwan, and he has such a great tradition, Chinese tradition in him. But also he studied NYU, stayed in this country for so long. And then he collaborated with James Schamus. And they have been written many, many great scripts and produced not only in this country, but also in China. So the script is such a great vehicle to filmmaking. And I think Chinese, as a Chinese filmmaker, and I try to learn how to communicate with others. And then others means how to make a dialogues between the Chinese and all of the world. I'll give you one example. We have great playwrights in Ming Dynasty, which is exactly the same era as Shakespeare, Tang Xianzu. And he wrote great script called Mudan Ting. Yeah. And which is such great story, but not many people know it. Why? There is no communication. Not people to build the bridge to spread the great stories to the world. But on the other hand, Shakespeare, known to all of the world. So I did adaptation of Shakespeare. It's called The Prince of the Himalayas. And I wanted to show you another clip. This film has been selected as one of archive films in New York City by Rubin Museum, and which made a home for me and for one of the Chinese great films. And so I wanted to speed up a little bit more because I only have 10 minutes left. So basically, I'm talking about the Chinese not only we need to look up to the people, but also we need to have confidence in ourselves. Because I think confidence not just from now we are second, strongest economic countries, from the culture itself. The confidence, that means equality. You have to look yourself confidently. Also, when you talk to people, not only just look up or look down, you have to have this common sense to communicate with others. That's not only, I think, just talk about films, in other areas as well. And also, I think Americans should understand Chinese a little bit further too, not besides yin and yang, kung fu, and tai chi. And because China entered this new era, this thing never happened in Chinese history. And it's such big power. And behind this power, what is most important? Ideology, the understanding. So, because sometimes we sort of like lost in translation. And I do believe the translation is critical. The mutual understanding should come from both sides. And the next one, I'm going to talk about the confidence not just come from money. It's come from the self-awareness. And it come from the equality of ideas. The second point I want to make, the collaboration between filmmakers from both sides, the technology. And of course, everybody knows, the film was born with technology. And the filmmaking is a high-tech, undergoing tremendous change. So besides normal films, we have now hologram films and the dome theaters. Just like Clay mentioned, I did a film for World Expo 2010, Shanghai Pavilion, which is not only 360, but 540. Means besides the ground, we have everything. And of course, I created this idea called MIA. MIA means media image art. And I use all kinds of different technologies. Besides film, we have other simulating ideas and use like a censoring technologies to make the whole thing like a film and technology high tech and mix with film. So that's, you can see a little bit like eventually the films is not just a strip, is a circle around stuff like that. So co-production become a trend these days because we are, those Americans looking for money from China and also Chinese looking for technology from America. But how we make those things work, right? And these days we have 36 films from the States. 20 of them are normal films, and 16 is 3D films. And China has, this point, has 15,000 screens. And with a day, we have 3 more. That means every year we increase 1,000 screens. But still, if we want to catch the States, we need probably 15 to 20 years because America has 35,000 screens. So there is like a co-production, like my film, amazing. Also, there is a film like Iron Man and the Transformer 4, all co-productions. But those characters The Chinese actor played in it is horrible, just like we Chinese say 打酱油. And in here, just a little flavor. That's it. And some of the scenes cut out when we release a movie in the States. But when the movie released in China, they added in. So now I'm going to talk to conclusion to my presentation. I think the future is very important. The future, the financial temptation and the new system, it's become such a hurdle for everybody. Why? Because China is already the second largest film market next to North America. Hollywood needs money, and but you have to know China better, Chinese market better. And as we all know, in 2012, May 21st, Wanda, the big company, and they purchased AMC with 310 million USD and owned 100% of AMC. And that means what happened next? The Chinese film going to be in the States. But what kind of film going to be showing here? And what kind of film going to be successful? And that's a big question mark. Okay, the next one, I really think the censorship is still crucial in China. Because nowadays, the age 8 to 80, we're still looking at same films, which doesn't make any sense to me. And also, if China film industry want to become industry, that's a major hurdle we have to overcome. And so the rating system must be instated. And we need to have entertainment law in China. Because now, the Chinese entertainment, we share the publish a law in China. So a friend of mine, Liz Hesse, she helped Russia to write entertainment law. I really think that's the area we need to explore. And everything has to be stabilized, not only just by individual opinions. Okay, I was going to show you more my clips, but I ran out of time. But I just wanted to conclude my presentation. I think culture itself has boundaries. How we surpass the boundaries between our two great countries? It has to get into the new realm, which is religion, but not means the Catholicism or Christianity, Islamism or Buddhism. It is a spirituality. Film is a perfect art, and to share goodness, kindness, forgiveness, and love to audiences, not only just for our two countries, but to all of the world. This is the incredible charm of filmmaking. Thank you.